Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Hard Choice. Simple steps for showing up. My name is Brad Draper. I am so grateful to be with you. If you actually watched me sit down in this chair before I started this intro, before the camera was rolling, by the way, so was the audio, but that's all cut out for the final piece because it's been produced and mastered and blah, blah, blah. If you could see that, you would see that I sat down kind of slowly, kind of lethargically, and kind of sore. Because I am. I'm very sore. This last week at the gimnasio, at the gym, I decided to do a little more in everything. A little heavier weight, a few more reps, as much as I could. My last set, if I could go to failure because I had a spotter, I would go to failure, like real failure. For instance, last Wednesdays when I do chest day, and I use a bench called a Thompson bench. Thompson benches have wider platforms, so my scapulas don't fall off. And they have spotter arms that are very, very small segments between. So you can be very finite about where your spotter arms are. It's meant for competition and it's meant for records and things of that nature. So this is a competition bench. It's not like your normal benches at a commercial gym. Most gyms don't have them, but my gym is super cool, so it has one. And it has competition plates, and they're really narrow and super freaking heavy, so you can put a lot on there. So cool. So cool. I nerd out about this kind of stuff. But for instance, normally I'll go until it's hard to press. And then once I go to failure, which I pretty much always go to failure on my last set for bench press, it falls to the spotter arms. I worm my way out of it. I do a little shimmy down the bench. And I sit up and I take the plates off and I put everything away. This last week, I asked a friend. I'm friends with pretty much everybody at my gym in the mornings because there's only 10 or 12 of us. We're a really small gym, you guys. It's awesome. I love it. But I asked a friend to come spot me. And he said, how many are you going to do? I said, one more beyond my capability, whatever that is. My guess, it's around 6, 7, or 8 reps at that weight on that day. Ended up being, I failed on, or he assisted. I didn't actually fail. I got 6 on my own. He semi-assisted on 7, and he really assisted on 8. But the point was to have the full movement, not just stall out and press with everything I have and then fall, but to press with everything I have and then keep the movement all the way through with assistance. I did things like that for every movement. Biceps, triceps, shoulders, back, chest, legs, quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves. I did them all that way last week. And I'm sore. I'm very sore. Come Saturday, this last week. Saturday is my leg day. I used to have a quadriceps day and a glute and hamstring day. I used to separate them. But I decided once upon a time, I don't know, 5 months or so ago, that I really like arm day. I had not done a specific arm day, bicep, tricep specifically, in years. Because at the end of the day, they get worked in everything. They're kind of glamour muscles. But I like doing glamour muscles. Plain and simple. I like doing arm day. And I hadn't done it because I replaced it with a hamstring and glute day. I decided to implement an arm day simply because I like doing it. It's a reward. I just enjoy it. It's just fun. How often are you just putting fun in for the sake of it's fun? Why do you need a reason to do stuff outside of it's just fun? You just like doing it. I go shooting every once in a while. Why? Because I like shooting. Just for fun. I like blowing stuff up. I like doing arm day because it's fun. Does it increase other things? Not really. Does it increase what people see glamour-wise? Yeah, but that's already there. People already see me. I just include it. So, leg day. I have focused my last, probably 2 months on mostly quadriceps. I haven't really done hamstrings and glutes. I've done them. They're incorporated, but it's 1 or 2 movements just to get the blood flow and just to work them, but not tear them, not go ballistic on them. I've been going ballistic on my quads because I've been really excited about this new safety bar at the gym. I've been using that. And with a safety bar, you can do a lot of weight, way more than you can with a traditional free bar. But I wanted to grow to have 5 plates. And that bar weighs a little bit more. So it's about 500-pound back squat. For some, that's a lot. For some, that's not a lot. For me, that's a lot, especially with the safety bar. Or I can't even do 500 pounds without a safety bar. I need a safety bar for that. But I've been doing quads. So I decided I got to do hamstrings and glutes. So I did Nordic presses, which is a reverse curl. So you like kneel down on your legs and lean forward. There's a whole machine for it. It's called the Nordic press. I did Nordic presses for the second week in a row. I did hip thrusters for the first time in months. I did bilateral high leg presses for the first time in months. And I did deadlifts for the first time in months. There was a period of time, if you look back on the episodes, where I talked about going for my lifetime maximum weight. I originally wanted a lifetime maximum weight of 500 pounds. I got it. And then I moved it to 505 and 510 and 515. I have finally raised my lifetime 1 rep max to 555-pound deadlift. That took about a year of progressive overload to get to it. Once I hit it, I kind of backed off doing it. So I decided I haven't done deadlifts in a few months. Let's get after it. So I started with just 1 plate, and then 2 plates, and then 3 plates, and then 4 plates. 4 plates with that bar, because that bar does not weigh 45 pounds. That bar weighs 73 pounds. So 4 plates is like 435 pounds. And I get to the last set, and I was like, screw it. Instead of doing 2 or 3, let's do 10. So I cranked out 10 at 435. So 10 reps at 435 pounds for a deadlift. It felt great. It was very tiring. Very tiring. Before this day started, I had committed to myself to do my least favorite leg workout, which is a Bulgarian split squat. Most people hate them. I'm in that group. I hate them. So I avoid them. I do other things instead. But I decided I needed to do them. I got all this stuff done. I ran out of time and looked at the clock and realized I finished my deadlifts and I needed to go home. I didn't do my Bulgarian split squats, but I committed to doing them. So I ran over and did them quickly. I did the right weight. I did the right sets, but I shrank my weight, my rest, and I increased the intensity of the rep sets, doing 10 each leg. Could have gone heavier, yeah, but they were toast. But here's the thing. As I introed this episode, I said I'm incredibly sore. I got a back impingement on my left scapula, my left shoulder blade, which is pulling on my rib cage, which makes it hard to sit, hard to lay, hard to stand, hard to breathe. That all came by way of breaking down muscle tremendously. It's a good thing, is what I'm getting at. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah. Do I keep squirming in this chair? Yes. But it's a good thing. But here is the caveat. Remember when I said that it took about a year to hit my lifetime rep of 555 deadlift? I haven't done it for a few months. There's a thing called atrophy. Yes, I've been in the gym 22 years. Yes, I worked for an entire year on deadlifts. Yes, I took 2 months off. Yes, atrophy happened. Yes, I'm weaker. It doesn't matter how much work you put into something. If you don't consistently keep it up, you lose it. Depreciating skill sets. Depreciating assets. Everything in life depreciates. You cannot work your guts out for something and then let off the gas and expect the coast to continue. The same goes with a car. Go 75 miles an hour all day. Go on a road trip, 75 miles an hour. You let off the gas. You can be going 75 miles an hour for hours, hours and hours and hours. And then you let off the gas and you will coast and you will slow down and eventually you will come to a stop. The same goes for all your skill sets in life. Coasting does not work. I coasted for 2 months because I changed focus to my quads. I still did hamstrings here and there, but I changed focus. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's neither. It's just a thing. Remember, all experiences in life are neutral. They're only good or bad if you put the energy of good or bad. Now, there are definitely resourceful experiences and unresourceful experiences, things that bring you resource and things that don't. But there's no good or bad. So, I chose to put energy and effort towards my quads. Therefore, I lost strength, power, efficiency in my hamstrings and my glutes. In life, if you start to coast, you will lose the skill or it will go down. It took everything I had to pull 435 for 10 on Saturday. 2 months ago, that would have been in my working sets, not my final set. I would not have really been sore. In fact, I was doing that and then going and coaching football or coaching soccer for my kids. Football season for the fall starts up next week, as of the time of this recording. I could go and do my 500-pound deadlift or 505 or 515, which were my final working sets at that time, and then go run soccer and go about the day, and I was fine. But because I took the time off, 435 rocked my world. It is Monday. It's been 3 days since I did that workout. I guess 2 days, 2.5 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's the end of Monday. It's Monday evening. And I'm still so sore. I still hurt really bad. You cannot coast any skill in life and expect it to be as sharp as it was when you were actively working it. I don't care how good you were. One thing I'm really excited for is I am hoping, fingers crossed, 2 fingers crossed, 3 fingers crossed, all the crosses. I'm hoping my son takes to lacrosse. We ordered his stick. We ordered my stick because I haven't had a lacrosse stick since I played in high school. 18 years ago. So it's been 18 years since I've played lacrosse. I can promise you when I get that stick and I go try and do anything that my brain thinks I can do, it's not going to be as easy. / I won't be able to do it. Now I'll pick up the skill quickly because muscle memory, it's a real thing, but it will take practice. It will not be instant. I've never actually met somebody that loved lacrosse after the first season, if they had a good coach and they actually played hard. There is such a steep learning curve to it. There are so many skills that you can learn, life skills from lacrosse and weightlifting, but lacrosse. And I love that sport. And I so hope my kids take to it. If they don't, that's okay. I'm not going to force them any which direction. They will go wherever they go, but the important part is they go somewhere. I don't care if they focus on chess. They focus on something. That will grow them. I hope it's lacrosse, or I hope lacrosse is in this mix. So we have their sticks coming. I know I haven't played it in 18 years. There will be some learning curve. There will be some frustration. There will be an extreme amount of soreness. I haven't played in 18 years. I was MVP, all-star coach, captain. I was all the things, all of high school. That was something I was truly good at in high school, was lacrosse. And I know that I'm going to be frustrated when I get my stick, and I'm so excited to practice. But that's just with all skills in life. I don't care if you were the MVP or the all-star or the captain or the state champion or the best knocker of the month or the best salesman of the month or the best salesman of the year last year. If you didn't work on the skill, it depreciated. I don't care if you were the best manager, leader in your corporation and you haven't managed and led for months or years. The skill depreciated. If you're not actively working on the skill, they will go away. You are either growing or decaying. There is no in between. I have an entire episode on that early on in the series, back in episode like 10. Growing or decaying. The choice is yours. And I'm not saying you're going to be able to keep all of your skills sharp. Time happens. Movement happens. Progression happens. You can offload managerial. You can offload certain skills to other people that are actively honing it. You can resharpen yours. but you're only aliquoted so much time. Where are you placing your focus? Where you focus, you find. Remember that one? And that is where I'm going to leave with you. Have this conversation with your friends and your family. Have it with me. Let's have a conversation about it. Mr. Brad Draper. You can find me on all social medias. Leave me a review. I haven't asked for that one for a while. I can always use reviews. This show only grows when you share it. Like the thing, subscribe to it, download it for future listenings. Until next week, I love you guys. Bye.